Hey everyone, and welcome to Uncharted Realms weekly event. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named, and we're excited to host and bring to you Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Blitz event. Out of the Box Gaming is local to Thomasville, North Carolina. They have in-store play and a marketplace for trading card singles. So if you're in the area or looking for that spicy new card, check out Out of the Box Gaming in person or at outoftheboxgaming.com. For today's bit, we got a total of 22 awesome players ready to bring you some great action. We're in round number 1. We got George and Jason. George is on Dorinthia. Jason is on Kano. Who's your hero? Who do you think is going to win? Let me know in chat. We'll get a little running tally going, and we're going to figure it out. But finally, let's get into the gameplay. We got Jason starting our round 1. He's going a little bit off the top there with Kano. Big critical in this matchup is George is rocking a 3 Arcane Barrier today. No Rune Hood, No Rune chest piece, and the No Rune gloves. He's got his classic warrior leggings there. So Jason, nothing too spicy to contend with, and Jason likely is just rocking his standard equipment. I believe he runs Talismanic Lens on top, Metacarpus Nodes, Fendel Spring Tunic, and Storm Striders, but he might have also opted to run the robes that allow him to action point, gain 3 mana to then roll off the top with Kano. So Jason's first turn didn't do anything too spicy, just kind of fished around looking for some of those energy potions and all that stuff coming in. So we moved right on back over to George's turn. He's attacking for 6, gonna go ahead and sharpen steel, pump up that Dawn Blade, spin the resource to come in. A nice big attack for George's turn 1. Now, that gives Jason a lot to contend with. Unfortunately, he's not in the preferred Kano spot, which is going second for those of you that want to play against Kano and just do well. Always go second. Force Kano to go first. I mean, it might bite you, but more often than not, Kano likes ripping those cards out of the hand. So Jason opting to take 6. That means George is going to break the bolters, give that Dawn Blade go again. George is trying to stack up a big turn here. Jason could be in a little bit of trouble. Already down to 9. Another attack for 3 coming in. George still has 1 card left in hand, so no energy floating. He could potentially have a Dorinthia specialization or another 0-cost pump, but Jason not going to bite, is not going to block, going to take another 3, fall down to 6 on George's turn 1. And then George is just going to get ready to go to Arsenal and Joel. And Jason allows it. Decides not to try to roast him out. So Jason's strategy here has got to be roast him out on my turn, then try to respond on their turn before he dies. Because Dawn Blade now has a counter on it. So that Dawn Blade will be coming in naturally for 4 until that counter falls off. Oh, yeah. Jason, great opener on turn number 2 here. Stir the Aether Wind's going to pump his next spell by 3 arcane damage. And he is likely to, I imagine if he would have had Fork Lightning, he already would have sent it. But he's definitely considering. Yeah, definitely considering here. So a little board state check clarification between our players. But yeah, Jason's still thinking. You got to think then that this is not a Fork Lightning stir combination, but this is maybe a stir into one of either Chain Lightning, Sonic Boom. I would imagine Jason's a big Sonic Boom fan, so he might just be considering whether he wants to maybe take a peek at the top of the deck first or not. Oh, no, it was Fork Lightning. He baited us all with no pump. So Fork Lightning just for 10 coming in. Just opts not to pump with the Metacarpus Nodes and not with the Crucible. So George blocks the 3 that he can and falls down to 13. Jason's going to Arsenal and pass. So Jason could have pumped that Fork Lightning by another 2 if he would have done the Crucible in there, or another 4 had he done the Metacarpus Nodes with it, had he had 2 resources, but opted just to Arsenal. So that might be a very spicy wizard combo we card down there, maybe a Blazing Aether or something he wanted to keep for later. So George just going to start it out with that Dawn Blade. But this time it's coming in for 4, not for 3 off the top. And you got to think that's probably an attack reaction there in Arsenal based on George's last turn, opting not to pump the Dawn Blade prior to swing again. So here we go. Jason with the Talismanic Lens, like we thought, going to try to respond on the turn. George being at 13 is possible. As we just noticed in the last turn, Fork Lightning can get up there. George does have some defenses left, though. His shields are still up. He does have 2 cards left in hand, so he used 1 to pitch last turn, 1 to pay, so that leaves 2 left in hand, 1 in arsenal. Now Jason is oh, here we go. He's going with the Storm Striders. This could be the turn. This game is going to end whether either player wants it to or not. Storm Striders popped. Jason then with the Crucibles. So 1 energy floating. Yep, so that was a gaze, so he should have 1 left. Crucible. Gonna go ahead and pump. What's this spell? And it's a Sonic Boom. Jason's just trying to rack it all off the top blind. Or excuse me, not blind, but with that Talismanic. He liked what he saw. He's pitching blue Voltic Bolt. So that'll leave him with 2 remaining. And Jason is deciding whether or not he wants to pump this with the Metacarpus node. So at the moment, it's only 4. If that is a 2 cost spell on top that he likes, to guarantee it, he needs the Metacarpus nodes to come in. If he thinks George has got a blue pitch in hands or an ability to pitch for 3, Jason opting not to do it, because alternatively, if that damage, you could also just pay the extra resource to cast that card off top. It reduces, the nice thing about Sonic Boom is it reduces the next card on top by the damage Sonic Boom dealt. So Jason's guaranteed to at least get 1 damage in here and banish the card on top. Ooh, George taking all 4 of it. Uh-oh. We may see a Blazing Aether turn here. Okay, Sonic Boom. Gonna see a Forked Lightning. Wow, that was spicy there from Jason. So Forked Lightning is able to get played at instant speed, and he can play it for 3. And he activated the Metacarpus nodes to pump it up. So that is going to be 6 damage coming in now. If Jason left a Blazing Aether on top in second down from the top, and that is at least yellow pitch in the hands, he could go off the top and kill George right here with a Blazing Aether. Snapback for another 1. Oh, George with the Sigil. Doesn't even matter. Gain that 3 life. Snapback and Sigil. Take 3, gain 3. So no change on his life total there. Now Jason is completely out of cards. Gonna go ahead and block with this Tunic. Take 3. Jason was not able to get enough cards out of the hand. 7 attack now, and Jason can only block for 1 with the Tunic. He did have a Blazing Aether in arsenal, but just it was, was not on top. That was close. Needed a Chain Lightning off the top there if you wanted to be able to cast that Blazing Aether, but darn, that was a close one there. George gonna go ahead and sweep it out. Dorinthea's a pretty impressive against Kano if Kano can't roast him out early, but Jason gave it a good try. And that will wrap it up here now for round number 1 of our Uncharted Realms weekly event, hosting Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Blitz event. Stick around, stay tuned for round number 2. But Dorinthea 1-0 today, and that'll do us. Catch you guys on the flip side. Hey everyone, and welcome to Uncharted Realms weekly event. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named, and we're excited to host and bring to you Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Blitz event. Out of the Box Gaming is local to Thomasville, North Carolina, and they have in-store play and a nice marketplace for trading card singles. So if you're in the area or looking for that spicy new card for that chain classic constructed deck you're working on, check out Out of the Box Gaming in person or outoftheboxgaming.com. We are running a 22-man or 22-hero event today. We are in round number 2. We've got Connor on Prism versus Jeremy on Dorinthia. Who's your hero? Who you got in chat? Let me know what you got. We'll keep a tally going. And finally, we'll get into the gameplay as we got Connor, our leading player, coming in with a War-Tuned Herald. Coming in for 7. Go again. Prism being really nice, having the Luminaris that allows any Prism attack, any Prism weapon or attack action, just any Prism associated things, illusionist associated things, to get go again when there's a yellow strip in the pitch zone. So that pretty much means that Prism is just an upgraded ninja. You thought ninja was bad. Oh, what's 4 go again, 5 go again? Nah. How about 7 go again? And that's exactly what Connor's leading off with. War-Tuned Herald also goes into the soul if it hits, which will allow for Prism's hero ability itself, where he can pay 2 to create a soul shield. A soul shield will negate 1 damage that comes through, but additionally, it's also an aura that he could attack with for 1. It's like a Kadashi. So Herald Triumph coming in. Another yellow pitch. 2 energy left floating, and Connor's there. So after this attack, you might assume that he is going to go ahead and eat that card and soul and create another, or create his first soul shield of the game, and then get another point of damage in. So far we have 14 points of damage total represented there from Connor. On turn 1, it's crazy. So Jeremy coming in to block for 7. And no attack reactions here, so 2 energy floating as that goes. Let's see, Connor's going to go ahead and activate it like we thought. Soul Shield coming out. That's another Kadashi coming at you, Jeremy. Jeremy's already taken 7 for the turn. Again, reminder, it has go again and is an attack for 1 thanks to Luminaris. Very spicy Prism card. Get yours in rainbow foil and cold foil today. They look absolutely freaking sweet. So that's it for Connor's turn 1. Pretty freaking spicy, 15 damage. That's a pretty classic average there for Prism. Over to Jeremy's turn. He ticks the tunic up 1, and now he's pitching to stack up on his Dawn Blade. So Warrior's Valor. So the Dawn Blade is going to get go again. If it hits, it's got a nice spicy +3 to help with it. Remember, the Spectral Shield is there for 1, so Connor needs to block for at least 5 if he wants to represent enough to prevent this go again. Connor deciding how he wants to spot. You got to think that Prism on their turn wants to at least have a yellow pitch and some sort of damage spell. If they can keep 2 cards in hands, they're still hitting for 8 or 9 thanks to auras. If they can create them. But even 7 go again, that's not too shabby, right? So we'll see. I know Connor's likely to take some damage. Yeah, going no blocks on this one. So at the moment, he's going to eat 5 thanks to the Spectral Shield, which is going to pop and negate 1 damage here. Jeremy thinking about making an attack reaction. Yep, using his 1 floating to coming in with an Out for Blood red. +3 more. So that's 9 total. Connor going no defense reactions there. Taking 9, so it'll be 8. So Connor down to 12, Jeremy down to 12. We got an even ball game. Another quick match here is what it looks like, guys. Oh my gosh. If you blink, you're going to miss 2 rounds here. First, we had Dorinthia v. Kano. Dorinthia was able to, swipe it out in a couple turns, and Kano almost got there too. And now we got Prism versus Dorinthia, and once again, just super spicy. So nice. So Connor was still, we had a Dawnblade swinging there for 3. Connor was able to block it for 3. Just avoid the counter. That's pretty good. No reason to take that damage there. Connor's coming in with a blue War-Tuned Harrow. Big key thing about Prism cards is that a lot of them, when they hit, they go into the soul. And some of them even give you a shield to boot. So right now, Connor's got 1 card in hand, 1 energy floating, and the War-Tuned Harrow coming in for 5. Go again. Yeah, really, if you thought Ninja was good, boy, do I have a Prism deck for you. It's just madness. 5 go again, 6 go again, 7 go again. It's super impressive. But Jeremy doing good. Gonna go ahead and block for 5. Definitely, Connor's gonna play out an energy potion. Look how sweet that is. In what other deck do you get that where you can just attack for free? Oh, your cards just have go again, and you get a free potion out there too. Look at that. Nice job, Connor, setting himself up for later turns. But now Jeremy has 3 cards to work with in his hand for this turn. So it could be a very spicy Dorinthia turn. Steelblade Supremacy going to start us out. He's looking to pump. So the nice thing is that the weapon gets +2 for the whole turn. So both swings are going to be for 5 with a draw a card effect on hits. So this could stack up really big for Dorinthia here for Jeremy. So Connor probably wants to avoid this damage, but he might not. He may see, if Connor can come back in for 15, 16 damage on his turn, what's 10 damage on your opponent's turn? He does have to respect a potential attack reaction. Jeremy does have a resource floating. Cannot pull off the tunic yet. We're not even there yet. Connor going to go ahead and start with the Halo of Illumination to get a card into his soul. Going to draw a card as well with it. Most likely going to be a light card. Yep, there it goes. Light card. He's going to draw a card. That also ticks on his Vestige, so anything he pitch gains an additional resource on the pitch. So yellows become blues. Blues just become awesome. Blues become 4, so Connor now deciding what he wants to block with. So he's got 3 cards left in hand, thanks to the cycle effects from the Halo of Illumination. He has a couple options here. He could spend some resources to get Phantasmal Footsteps and potentially a shield to block 2 of them there. Footsteps allow you to pay 1 to increase his block by 1, or to give it 1 block. Connor's actually going to declare no blocks here. So opting to take 5 straight up. Potential defense reactions, but Prism doesn't play too many. No attack reactions there from Jeremy. Jeremy does have that resource floating. Yep. As expected, cracking the bolters to give it go again. So Jeremy's looking to now, with 2 cards in hands, come back in with that Dawnblade. It's possible Jeremy could win right here. Just remember, though, Connor can get a shield out at instant speed if everything kind of goes too wild. He can pay for that for the energy potion. Pitches for 2. Now Jeremy's going to activate his Brave Four Bracers, increasing the size of the attack. So that's +3 so far to the Dawnblade. So 6 coming in on the Dawnblade now. Connor's at 1. Jeremy, 1 card in hand, no energy floating. So we'll see if Connor respects this attack or risks it for the biscuit. Connor does have 1 energy floating, so at worst, he should at least spend it to get the footsteps in front of that and take 5. But he's definitely considering what he wants to come back with on his next turn. Remember, he does have that energy potion in play to also make a shield if he needs to. So Connor could get out of this pretty handedly and come back on his next turn for a lot of damage. Does he respect the 1 damage here or not? I don't know if he's going to do much with that 1 floating. He may be considering it. He may just forget about it. No blocks there by Connor. No reactions from both players. So we are going with just 6. So Connor down to 1. Domblay gets a counter. And Connor sneaks by with 1 life. Let's see it. Remember, Prism can really get in there. So likely Jeremy's just going to Arsenal here and draw up. He's only going to draw 3 because he drew there from the Domblay trigger. Or not the Domblay trigger, but his pump trigger. Now Connor still has that 1 energy floating. So technically before the draw here, Connor is deciding what he wants to do. He's popping the potion to make a shield. All right, so he technically still has the 1 floating, but yeah. So I think Connor maybe could have used that energy to get those footsteps. It's sometimes a lot of times you forget about it, or he wanted to keep it later because we do have to remember Domblade was a 6 powered attack, so it is possible. It is possible that he wants to keep the footsteps and don't want them to break. Jeremy's just getting a little bit of clarification on what Luminaris does and what Connor can do with this shield. So now we go over back to Connor's turn. Connor at 1 life, Jeremy at 12. Definitely reachable by Prism. It is going to be a blue attack though, so Herald coming in. Wartune Herald coming in for 5. If it hits, go into the soul, which would allow Connor to create another token later on. Block some more damage, chip away for some more damage. But, you know, crucially it has go again. Connor's got 2 cards left in hand. Or excuse me, 1 card left in hand. So 1 card left in hand, which a lot of Prism attacks, especially the ones that Connor likes to run, are 1 cost. So he can definitely still come out with another, like, let's say 7 cost card. So Jeremy gonna only block for 3. No reactions from both. Jeremy falls to 10. The War Tune goes to the soul. Yep, here we go. 1 cost attack. 6 this time coming in. Yellow War Tune this time. War Tune back to back 2 times. Again, if this one hits, goes into the soul. So Connor is out of now resources and cards in hands, but he still can chip away with that shield when it comes down to it. Jeremy is unfortunately playing the Dorinthia deck that does not run any attack actions. So he is unable to pop Phantasm, which could give him some easy outs. Ooh, Connor forgot to swing in with the shield. Could have chipped away for 1 more. But that is, you know what, Connor missed. Connor could have blocked 1 damage earlier the previous turn and could have chipped away for 1 here. So we really should be looking at a 2 to 3 game, but it might not even be necessary. It might not even be relevant, to be honest. They are easy things to forget about. They are hard to remember sometimes. So now Domblay coming in for 4, which means that Connor can't block with just 1. Well, he can block with just 1 card because he has the shield. The shield will pop with the damage, so he can go a 3 block card out of hand if he expects no attack reactions from Jeremy. But that is super spicy. Connor's in a very tough situation right now, and a lot of times players, I know you guys have gotten to this point against Ninja at some point where you're like, do they have that Razor Reflex? Do they have any attack reactions? The same way against Dorinthia. You definitely gotta, I think you gotta respect it. Connor though could, if Jeremy can only pump it by 1, which is not super likely, he's likely gonna pump it by a few more. Connor can make a shield at instant speed. He can do that once a turn. And I would expect we do see that this turn. So here we go. So 1 from hands and the footsteps. So 4 in total coming in. Connor was able to pay the 1 to give the footsteps 1 defense. So here we go. Attack reactions here from Jeremy. If Jeremy can get it above 3 and Connor no defense reactions, he gets it. If we can get 3 or higher. Oh, Red Iron Song response. Oh no. Oh, Annie adds on top of it. Uses the tunic to pay for another attack reaction. Reprise triggers. He gets to cycle. There we go. Stroke of Foresight coming at you. So an extra 6. So 10 total. That is going to probably do it. Oh, no. He has the Soul Shield. Oh, my gosh. What a money hand there for Connor to stay alive. Unfortunately, doesn't give him too much to do on his turn. Remember that chip, that Soul Shield chip could maybe even chip away at Jeremy, you know. I could have added that turn in the last turn. We should really be looking at 2 to 3, right? Footsteps do die. So they are gone. Thanks to its nice effect there at the bottom. If Footsteps defends a non-illusionist attack with 6 or more power, destroy it when the combat chain closes. Also crucially there, the Dawnblade lost its counter. So Connor just went into his turn and drew up. So we're back to Jeremy. Connor, I think, forgot that he could swing in with his auras, with his shield. And now Jeremy is 100% on the offensive here. Jeremy's got the tempo. Connor is struggling to stay alive. Down at 1. It really could be a 2-2 ball game right now. If you're playing along at home optimally or super optimally, but both players have still been playing pretty well for these matches. You know, sometimes you just forget. It's definitely a new hero. It's a new deck, and it's very easy to miss. So Jeremy gonna come in for plow through at the start, so +3, and could potentially pump itself up if it's defended by attack action cards, which is likely in this matchup. So Jeremy spends that second resource to come in with the Dawnblade. 1 energy floating, 2 in hand, 1 in arsenal, 6 total coming at Connor, and 6 or 7 because it can get pumped by +1. Connor blocking for 9, super respecting the attack actions. So Connor has 10 defense total sitting on his field, potentially up to 11. That's going to be hard for Jeremy to get over that, but Jeremy's going to try. Jeremy has no reason not to get that last card out of Connor's hand. Just keep going. Route is going to do it. Going to go ahead and knock a card back to Connor's hands, and then he'll have enough to cover over. 10 to 6. Yep, it'll still come over. So because Connor could then potentially pitch to get another shield to block another 2, so it'd be 10 to 8. And so Connor would fall down still below 0. So he could create an additional shield, but it was a good try. We like Connor coming out with the Prism deck. I know he's getting into it, but you know, Jeremy takes it away and goes crazy. So good stuff there by Jeremy, and that will do it for round number 2. Remember, this is brought to you by Uncharted Realms, hosting and bring to you Out of the Box Gaming's event. Check him out online. Get that spicy single. You know, if you're liking the decks you see here, pick up the cards that you like. Yeah, increase win that local meta. I know, some of us are 1 or 2 cards away from just crushing everyone every time, but I know you're in the same boat. So go on and get it at theboxgaming.com. But that'll do it for round 2. We'll catch you at the beginning of round 3. See you on the flip side.